Hi everyone, this is Melissa. I'm the product manager in Microsoft Azure Speech. Today, I'm very delighted to share you the user story in gaming-centric usage with speech technologies. Let's start with a video to see how synthetic voices can be applied together with other AI technologies in a complete game experience with our Microsoft CEO, Satya Nadella.
Hello? I need your help. There's a young girl trapped inside this portal, and you have to get her out.
Press the red button on the walkie-talkie and tell me your name.
Satya.
Satya, it's me, Jessica. You can totally help me. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
That was a Demogorgon. You gotta get me out of here. Quick, get its attention.
Woo!
Now's your chance to use your superpowers. Hold up both hands and kill it. You did it! That was awesome. Satya, you saved my life.
The amazing experience Microsoft built together with Universal Studio is a great example about intelligent cloud and intelligent edge. With cognitive services, we offer the most comprehensive capability across vision, speech, language, and decision for you to use. And our model can be customized with any data. From that video, you can see that Azure connects to the edge with environment understanding, and we have speech recognition on that walkie-talkie, natural language understanding for dialogue, as well as the neural synthetic voices. All these capture the spirits about the game offering from Azure Cognitive Services to help you with digital transformational outcome and greater user experience. Today, I'm going to take you for a closer look on one of our key capability, speech technologies, how it can help you more in the voice journey to delightful users more. The cognitive speech services are available in following categories: speech to text, text to speech, speaker recognition, and speech translations. All these aim to accelerate incorporation of speech into your application, as well as amplify your differentiation to the market. So what is neural voice? Neural voice is computer voice generated by text-to-speech system. We also call that TTS. It uses deep neural networks, which makes the voice nearly indistinguishable from human recording. Let's firstly listen some voice samples, and you can guess what is computer voice and what is human voice.
I live at 9th Avenue and 20th Street, 3 blocks away from where I work.
It's human voice. Next.
I live at 9th Avenue and 20th Street, 3 blocks away from where I work.
Well, you get it right. It's concatenated voice generated by traditional TTS system, which carries indefinitive machine-generated sound quality. Last one.
I live at 9th Avenue and 20th Street, 3 blocks away from where I work.
It's neural TTS, which offers more natural human-like processing. So how could neural TTS be better to generate more natural human-like sound? Traditional TTS match the pattern of stress and intonation of a spoken language, which require processing, and in synthesizing units of speech into a machine voice. Neural TTS overcomes the limits of traditional TTS by using the deep neural networks to train an acoustic model, support high-quality waveform generation, universally applicable across speakers, styles, emotions, adaptive to new speakers and characteristics, which significantly reduce the listening fatigue during the interactions with AI system. For organizations needing further for model training and customizations, we offer customized neural voices to enhance brand identity by creating a customer persona for natural interactions. Customer neural TTS can be used for both real-time as well as synthesizing long-form audio content, making interactions with game characters more natural and engaging. The most exciting thing is we do not only offer the human-aided effort to build customized neural voice. Today, we're delighted to announce the recent release of self-serving capability of the model training from our speech portal. You can just visit speech.microsoft.com and build a highly human-like personalized voice with deep neural networks with just a few training audios by click, click, click. Creating a customized voice model for self-serving generate will involve following steps. But first, you need to submit an intake form to apply for your scenarios. I have the submission link at the last page of presentation. Check it out. After the application is approved, you can prepare the training data, upload the data, train a model, testing, deploy the model, and use it in your application. Regional coverage is a key to access speech technologies within the boundaries of the countries. We're proud to announce the coverage of a total 129 neural voices across 54 languages locales. We provide at least one male and one female voice in every languages and locale. In total, Azure TTS enables customers to reach millions more people with more than 200 voices available in standard and neural offering. Audio content creation is an easy to use and powerful tool to let you build highly natural audio content for a variety of the scenarios. For example, content of the NPC role and game narrations with audio content creation. You can fine-tune TTS and design customized audio experience in an efficient and low-cost way. The tool uses speech synthesized markup language. We call that SSML. It allows you to adjust TTS output attributes in real time or batch synthesize, such as voice characters, styles, speaking speed, pronunciation, or prosody. You can have easy access to more than 150 pre-built voices across more than 50 different languages, including the one you just built for your customer voice. Based on our experience working with different game partners, we see popular use case patterns shared across many game categories, such as RPG, adventure, action, and sports games. In following presentation, I will walk you through how Azure Speech services help game developers in accessibility, game chat, creating dynamic content and voiceover using Neural TTS to empower the business efficient in larger scale. And game localization use our many languages and locales offered as part of speech services. Accessibility has received more attention in game development to address legal requirements and enable more players to play games with accessibility need. Voice interaction does open the door to help people which has challenge to read the subtitles or control the game. That includes situation that kids might not be good on reading. Imagine you're driving a car in Xbox game Forza Horizon, speeding, fully concentrated. It's just not convenient to read the subtitle. You'd rather listen the strategy from the voice instead of watching on the screen. So Wise brings more user-friendly experience for gaming, which involves quick actions or consistent eye concentration, such as boss game, speed game. Greater accessibility can be fulfilled in better instructions, immersive narrator, and storyline in speech. You can use speech transcription, NeuroWise, plus speech translation to support accessibility and game chat. Let's see an example from Xbox game, Sea of Thieves. Using a talk where they play the game, we have real-time transcription to facilitate the communication.
I gave us a sweet new flag.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Could I trouble you when you have time to load the cannons?
Oh, sure. Are you going to be able to steer away from these rocks?
But I'm totally doing that.
I just want to make sure you can see them all.
I have the sails strategically positioned.
Well, once player turns on the translation, as you can see from the screenshot in game, they can communicate without language barrier. Next step, you can also implement Neural TTS to play out transcription and translation on the go. Microsoft empower both internal first-party game studio as well as our external third-party partner. We also offer customized speech solution to support translation in game chat, which can recognize the game-specific command or tactic in better precision. Well, that leads better quality translation in game chat as well. Let's see our customer video from Azure talking about Secret Wave Translator on their game platform.
Now, obviously, as we play online, we are playing on a global scale, meaning that language barriers are bound to become an issue. This is why we've created Secret Wave. Secret Wave is an AI-assisted translator whose primary goal is help communication with your teammates be as easy, fluid, and accurate as possible. Now, let's look at an example. Say you have a situation where you run into the ever-despised camper. Now, most translation software or other translations will unfortunately lead you to this: a group of friends sitting around a campfire, enjoying and telling camp stories. Instead of this, a sniper in the back of the map, his scope aimed, ready to pick you off as soon as you run into sight. And although this might be hilarious, unfortunately, this often leads to confusion, frustration, and an eventual loss, which is why Secret Wave has learned from over 10 million sentence pairing simulations and observed over 1,000 hours of video-related content as well.
Dynamic content specifically refer to frequently changing content. A good example is Xbox Flight Simulator game. Adding authentic air traffic controller wise, we also call that ATC wise, would be a small but powerful way to elevate flight simulator experience. But for flight simulator, recording audio to replicate ATC from every airport on Earth was too much. TTS voices plays a good role to handle the dynamic part, such as coordinate and serve the ATC voice with a low latency, scalable, secure, highly available solution for flight simulator. Let's check out a video from the recently released flight simulator experience with customer TTS implemented for real-time ATC voice. Flight Simulator is the longest running franchise in Microsoft history, and the latest critically acclaimed release is just not built for that legacy, but it also pushed the boundaries as the most technologically advanced simulator ever made.
And we are now being pushed back, which is something I didn't want to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly stop it. So request pushback stop.
Orlando ground 9555 requesting the end of pushback. 9555 request to end pushback received.
Now, I want to show you how it should work. So what should actually happen, I think, is something like this. We should choose pushback. So we say request pushback,
requesting pushback.
This guy should then move in, he should connect, and then he should say to us, I think he should say to us, disconnect the parking brake. That's what he should say.
Dynamic content can also be blended with voiceover real content. Here is an example with Xbox Crackdown game for calling players' name. First one, just a video recording.
It's kill or be killed, Agent. I know which I'd prefer.
You can just add the TTS part to call the user's name together with video recording. Let's hear.
Melissa. It's kill or be killed, Agent. I know which I'd prefer.
And you can use TTS to read the entire part, plus static content and dynamic content.
It's kill or be killed, Melissa. I know which I'd prefer.
So it's all your choice. Let's watch a user story with implementation on that. Bugs Bunny voice from AT&T.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
What's so exciting about bringing the 5G experience with Looney Tunes to life is voice from our perspective, because it's using a custom voice font that Microsoft created to help with AT&T's experience. Bugs Bunny can talk directly to customers. When they walk in, it can say their names and talk to them as if they were real.
Oh, come on, Doc. I can't do this alone. I need your help.
Voice font is a very new thing. So just like a font on your computer where you have letters and characters that look a certain way, we take sounds, phonemes from actors or people, and we take them apart and then put them together using machine learning and putting in a new model and assembling the voice font.
So, James, what do you say? Do you think you could help me find that golden carrot?
Having a conversation with Bugs. I mean, what kid growing up didn't want to be able to do that?
That's the spirit, Doc.
Being able to come into the space and have a live conversation with Bugs Bunny and have that interaction and just see people from across the room come over and watch what's happening, it's just been fantastic.
I'm looking for a golden carrot.
The experience is really fun and playful. Users play a game with an artificially intelligent Bugs Bunny that can interact with them naturally just using their voice. There's a voice font so that Bugs Bunny could say every person's name that could possibly walk into the store.
Well, you can also use neural voice and cross-lingual adaptation to support game localization. As we have introduced, you can access 129 pre-built voices across 54 regions and locales. Plus, users can also train custom voice to speak native primary language with different accent. Let's check out some voice samples in American English and British English. Start with ENGB human voice.
The New Yorker has a good record of commissioning articles.
Then you can compare with TTS voice.
Can I have your email?
Next, ENUS human voice.
It is so exciting to be a part of the team.
And compared with TTS.
It is so exciting to be a part of the team.
Well, we are also excited to introduce new technology called cross-lingual adaptation today in preview, which offers unique integrity of 3 strings listed here. Support secondary language building without asking additional training data across language. Keep voice brand identity across languages and go to market with low cost. Perfectly resolve situation that due to language barrier, training data will be hard to obtain for building a persona to speak so many different languages and still keep the cross-lingual similarity. It can also improve productivity with batch voice generation for multiple languages. Let's say you just have the training data in English, and now you can train a persona to speak 50 languages with that capability. Here are some samples using Xbox Flight Simulator tutorial voices. Let's start with female recording and train TTS voices in 3 different languages.
Welcome to flight training. I'm your instructor, Captain Molina, but you can just call me Jess.
Willkommen zum Flugunterricht. Ich bin Ihre Fluglehrerin, Captain Molina, aber Sie können mich einfach Jess nennen. Bienvenue dans votre formation en vol. Je suis votre instructrice, Capitaine Molina, appelez-moi Jess. Bem-vindo ao treinamento de voo. Sou a Capitã Molina, sua instrutora, mas pode me chamar de Jess.
Next, the mail recording and train TTS-wise in 3 different languages.
Welcome to flight training. I'll be your instructor, Captain Mike Barnes. Are you ready to fly?
Willkommen bei der Flugausbildung. Ich bin Ihr Fluglehrer, Captain Mike Barnes. Sind Sie bereit? Bienvenue à la formation en vol. Je suis votre instructeur, le capitaine Mike Barnes. Vous vous sentez d'attaque? Bem-vindo ao treinamento de voo. Sou o capitão Mike Barnes e serei seu instrutor. Está pronto para voar.
Cross-lingual adaptation can also be applied on VR and AR game. Here's a use case built by Microsoft Mixed Reality and Speech. Recorded a presentation given by Microsoft Marketing CVP, Julia White.
Now she's a little small to do a keynote. So let's get her up so she can do full-size Japanese keynote. Render keynote.
TTS を使用しています。私たちは自分の声の録音を使用し、私のように聞こえる私自身の個人的な音声署名を作成します。日本語からフランス語、ポルトガル語まで話せます。今、この技術は私たちが働き、遊び、生活する方法に関して、世界中の国境や障壁を取り除くことができると想像してみてください。まさに SF が現実になるところです。
This is mind-blowing technology. And what you just saw was my life-size hologram, my exact replica, rendered here in real time, speaking Japanese with my unique voice signature. To do this, we use mixed reality technology to create my hologram and render it here live. Then we use Azure speech-to-text capability and English transcription to get my speech. Then use Azure Translate to get the speech into Japanese, and finally applied neural text-to-speech technology so it sounded exactly like me, just speaking Japanese. And the most amazing part? All of these technologies exist today.
Are you excited to apply all this amazing technology in your game? Well, let's take one more fun example. What if I want to switch my voice to British accent and continue my speech with a voice model trained just from 30 sentences? Here we go.
Azure Speech SDK gives your applications access to the functions of the speech services. We are trying to make it easier to develop speech-enabled game experience. Currently, the SDK provides access to 4 main functions: speech-to-text, text-to-speech, speech translation, and speaker recognition. The Speech SDK also supports REST APIs that work with any programming language that can make HTTP requests, including JavaScript, Node.js. The SDK supports Windows 10, Linux, lots of versions Ubuntu, Debian, iOS, Android, and it can run on our Xbox and HoloLens platforms.
Back to Rumi now. You don't necessarily need data scientists or AI experts to get things moving. We have most comprehensive guidance to help you on board, from documentation, code samples, or tutorials. We're excited to partner with you to enable you more. I hope you had great fun on GameStack Live. Thank you.